again, it's Marcy from Quick Start Piano, where adults learn by playing the music they love most. And today we're going to take a look at Say Something by A Great Big World and Christina Aguilera. And we're going to be working off of this book here, but we're also going to be looking at chord symbols. And that's one of the reasons I really like this book. It has a nice simplified version appropriate for late beginners, but also it comes with chord symbols. And chord symbols are really our ticket to making the music more interesting, to customizing it for the kind of music that you enjoy playing and making it your own a little bit. So let's take a peek here. The first thing you might notice inside this book is that we have two sharps. And the sharps are F sharp and C sharp. So that means instead of playing F white note and C white note, we'll be using the sharps, the black notes for those. So if you have your hand in a D home bass, instead of playing all 5 white notes, just make your third finger go up to the F sharp. So if you're just a beginner, you're covered there. You've got your F sharp, and then if you want to use a C sharp, the easiest way is to just cross over right there. We might have a C sharp up here too, but for beginners, you might want to just stay in this position. So then you're playing all of the notes that we've got in the scale except for the B, and you can raise your pinky one note up to get that B. So that's all of our notes there. And then if you take another look at this piece, you'll see it's in 3/4 times. So we've got 3 beats and a measure, and this piece really pulses. It feels like a big 1 when you play it. And then inside of that, we've got a little 3. So I don't know if I would spend a ton of time counting 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, because really we're filling this in 1. And then what I'm going to do to start off with our easiest option, rather than reading the notes on the page, especially if you haven't been reading notes for very long, is we're going to look at those chord symbols. And on the left hand, we've got a B minor, which means you're going to play a B minor chord shell. And because all of our Fs are black notes, make sure you get an F sharp on your thumb. So we've got B and F sharp for the B minor. And then the next one is G, back to white notes. And then D, again, white notes. If you were going to play the middle note, though, that's an F, so that would be a black note. But we're not going to do that at this stage. And then an A. And again, on this one, if you were going to play that middle note, it's a C, so it would be a black note too. But for right now, we're just going to do the outside. So black note in your thumb, white notes, white notes, white notes. And now I'm going to add that magic D on the top, and let's see if we can make it sound like the song. It starts off just with a single note. Now the B minor chord shell, and G, and D. Repeat that. Now this pattern will just keep going on the left hand, and you'll add the melody to it on the right hand. So I'm at the top of the next page. I added the beat in here on the left hand before the right hand was keeping our pulse. But since the right hand was playing the melody, I felt like I still wanted that pulse in there, so I let the left hand do it. So again, I'm still not reading the notes on the page exactly. I'm reading the melody notes, or you could play them by ear if you remember how they go. And I'm more thinking about the chord shells on the left hand. And then if you want to play the notes, I will play what the first 2 pages sound like here. Sometimes they take out the pulse a little bit, and that could be nice if you're playing it more than one time. You don't have any words, so each verse doesn't sound different, so it would be nice to play it differently on the piano. So that gives you a couple different ways to play it. I'm going to go back to thinking about chord shells, and I'm going to keep that pulse in the left hand with just the chord shells, and I'm going to play around with making my own melody on the right hand. And I've got these 5 notes, D, E, F sharp, G, A, and we know we could add a B too, and we know we could add a C sharp there. So if you started out playing the song the regular way, and then you wanted to go off and do a little bit of improv, it might sound like this. To knowing how to work with chords is that you can make even more music. The written music arrangement can be the jumping off point to something even more interesting. So that is a good place to start there. I would love to hear your experience if you try this out. Have fun with it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you'll never miss another tutorial or a piano book tour showing you what's inside. So have fun making music, and I will see you in the next video.